Hello everyone, my name is Luna. I'm a yoga teacher at Heldhaftig Yoga and I'm going to show you a nice Vinyasa flow today. Make sure that you have 2 blocks before you start and come stand on your mats. So we start standing, keep your feet hip distance and close your eyes for a moment. And focus your attention on your breath. And tune in with your body. How's it doing at this moment? What are you feeling? Any parts that are asking for your attention or not? And try to become aware of that. And then from the body, you shift your attention for a moment up to the mind, to the thoughts, to the emotions, and you do the same. See if you can observe if there's anything popping up. And just to know for yourself the state you're in. And remember this, and we'll come back and reflect to it on the end of the practice. Okay, and then you focus your attention all the way down to your feet. So feel the ground, feel the steadiness, maybe lifting up the toes and replacing them one by one. And the weight is equally distributed on your feet. And then you shift your attention up towards the knees. They're very slightly bent, just enough to have them unlocked. Your hips are stacked on top of the knees, on top of the ankles. And the navel is slightly in. You slightly engage your core muscles to keep yourself upright and not slouching in the lower back. The shoulders are low. And the chin is slightly in to keep the back of the neck long. The crown of the head is reaching up. Okay, one more big breath here. And you can slowly open your eyes and start twisting from side to side. So it's a motion that starts at the hips. So your hips are twisting and your shoulders follow and then your arms follow. Your vertebrae are twisting as well. Maybe you hear some cracks. That's a good sign. Slowly back to the middle. And on your next inhale, reach the arms out all the way up, elongate your body. And make sure that you're not making a hollow back, but that you're keeping your lower back neutral. So again, slightly engage the core muscles. And you can have your hands apart, or you can have your fingertips interlaced like this. On your inhale, you make yourself long, and on your exhale, you bend over to the side, sending the heel down, but the fingertips all the way far away. Inhale up. And exhale down the other way, a side bend. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more time on each side. Inhale, up, elongate, exhale, bend all the way to the side. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, again, the arms go up. And this time on your exhale, you bend your elbows and your shoulder blades, squeeze them together, chest comes forward. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, bend the elbows. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward from the hips all the way down. And just stand here in your forward fold for a moment, maybe shaking the head, shaking the shoulders loose, maybe a little bounce if you want to. Just shake it loose. Maybe sway from side to side a little bit. Maybe grabbing the elbows. Stretching out the hamstrings in the back. Okay, and on your next inhale, lift halfway. So make this tabletop of your back. And your hands are resting somewhere on your legs, probably somewhere on your shins. You want to make a nice flat back. And slightly pull your shoulder blades together so that your shoulders are not rounding to the front, but that they're nicely next to your ribs. And you're looking down to, again, make a nice long neck. And you probably feel already that you're engaging the muscles here on the back of your leg and also the muscles on your back. And then slowly let go, just hang for another moment. And on your inhale, reach up with a straight back, bring your arms with you. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold from the hips all the way down. Inhale, come to that halfway lift again. So find your stance. Your muscles are engaging, your shoulder blades are nice, slightly tucked. And then from here, you bring your arms forward. So reach them forward as much as you can and try to keep the rest of your body still. And here you feel that there's more engagement of those muscles that I just mentioned. And really reach forward with the arms. Try to keep your back flat. And one more breath. And slowly fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to that halfway lift. And once you have your position, reach the arms forward. And then slowly fold forward. On your next inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, you step to a high plank. Inhale here in your high plank. And on your exhale, you place your knees on the mat and just bend your elbows to lower your upper body. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift the chest forward. And exhale, come to a downward facing dog. So curling the toes and lifting the hips up, pressing the hands away with the fingers spread wide. And maybe your knees are still bent, that's fine. You just want a nice straight line all the way from your wrist to your tailbone. So if you need to bend your knees, that's all right. If you can, straighten your legs. You feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings too. Maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other, walking your dog. Just take a moment to settle here in this down dog. Okay, and then you look forward in between your hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Once more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to your plank. Inhale, in your plank, we're moving a bit slower. Exhale, lower down. And keep your core steady, just only moving the arms. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down, chest comes forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your pose here in down dog. Press the hands away. And then you look forward, step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now let's wake up the hips a little bit so you place your feet slightly wider and your toes are pointing out. The arms reach up, kind of shoulder width apart. And you start sinking all the way down. Bring your hips down, down, down until you're in this low squat, the Malasana. And then you lift up again in your inhale. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step to your high plank again. Now, you can do the same and just place your knees and then your chest down. But if you have chaturanga in your practice, now you can do chaturanga. So on your exhale, lower down to this low plank, and inhale, come up to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And look in between your hands, step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. You place your feet together. You lift your arms up. And then you sink your hips down, like you're sitting in a chair for chair pose. And squeeze the knees together too, so you get extra engagement on the inner thighs. Your arms are lifting up. You're scooping your tailbone under, and you're engaging the core muscles. So your navel's in, tailbone is curling under, and your arms are reaching. And make sure that your weight is on your whole foot. And breathe here. It's quite an intense pose. Your back muscles are working, and especially your leg muscles are working. Okay, just 2 more big breaths. And you're really reaching up with the fingers and pressing down with the feet. Okay, and then you sink your hips out, lower, 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 until you can sit and balance in your boat pose, balance on your sitting bones. And try to keep your ankles in line with your knees, or kind of the same height. Your hands forward, nice straight back, engaging the core. Okay, and place your legs on the mat. Place your hands somewhere next to you. And you point your right toes and try to elongate the right leg. And then you lift it up. And place it back down again. And now for the left. Point and lift. Down. And the right. Point and lift. And back down. Left. Point and lift. Back down. Let's do one more time each side. Right. And left. And now let's lift both of them up at the same time. Lift. Squeeze the core. And lower again. Come back to your boat pose. And now you're going to straighten your legs. You're going to bring your lower back all the way down to the floor. As low as you can. Your arms are reaching forward. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, all the way down. And make a little ball of yourself. And then you start rolling to the front and the back, over your back. And if you have enough momentum, see if you can stand up. Just, if it doesn't work the first time, try again until you're standing up again. Okay, let's continue with the flow. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step to your plank. Inhale here. And on your exhale, lower down, so it's either on your knees to the ground or chaturanga. Inhale, roll the shoulders back for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And on your inhale, lift the right leg. Big step to the front. Try to have your heel underneath your knee. If it's not there, you can help yourself. And lift up to a crescent lunge. So find your balance here. Your knee is above the ankle. Your back leg is almost straight. And you're really lifting the navel in and up. Feeling a stretch in the left front side of the hip. And reaching the arms up. And find your pose here. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit. That's fine. Okay. And I'm placing the hands on the back of the head. And on your inhale, elongate. On your exhale, twist to the right, so towards your front leg. Twist, 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 and feel these muscles, these oblique muscles working in your core. And then you open your arms. Place your left hand down. Your right arm is still reaching up for a dragon twist. Okay, both hands to the mat. Step to downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, big step to the front. And inhale, come up for your crescent lunge on this side. So again, press your feet down, strong legs. Lift the navel. Arms are reaching up. And take some good breaths here. Placing the hands on the back of the head, twisting towards the left. Opening the arms. And placing the right hand down. Really press it down and lift the left arm up. Maybe squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit to open the shoulders even more. Open the front. And then both hands down. Step to a high plank. Let's do another vinyasa. So lower down. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale. Downward facing dog. And then you look to the front and you step to the front. And place your feet together, knees together, squeeze the knees together, and come to your chair pose again. So remember, the navel's in, the tailbone is rooting down, and you're pressing with your whole foot down. Then the hands go to heart. On your inhale, you elongate your whole spine, so the crown of the head up and the tailbone down. And on your exhale, you're twisting. So I'm placing my right elbow on the outside of my left knee, and I'm twisting open to the side. And always remember to have that elongation of your spine, and check if your knees are still next to each other. You don't want one knee to go more to the front. So check yourself. Twisting open. And then your next inhale back to the middle. Exhale, twist to the other side. So place your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Open up to the right. Long spine. Keep your knees next to each other. And keep breathing. Now, of course, there's options. You can open your arms as well. If you know another variation of the pose, you're always free to do that. And on your next inhale back to the middle. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe take a little break. So close your eyes. Feel your body. What has happened since the start? How do you feel? How has your body changed? Okay. Open your eyes again. On your inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to your plank and do your vinyasa. So either all the way to the ground or chaturanga. And then you go to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then you lift your right leg. Big step to the front. And come to your crescent lunge. Hands behind your head. Twist to the right. Open the arms. And then both hands go to the mat and the inside of your leg. And walk your foot a little bit to the outer edge of your mat. And bring your chest closer to the mat. And let your knee drop out to the side a little bit. Maybe your inner foot also lifts up. So we're going to gecko pose or lizard pose. If this is really intense, you can always lower the back knee. And I kind of like wiggling around here, but if you want to stay still, feel free as well. And there's a little fun option. If you want, you can place your hand or your shoulder sort of underneath the leg and lift up with both hands. And then you're flying lizard. This is just an option. Don't feel obliged to do so. Walk your foot back to where it was, and on your inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up even more. And exhale, open up to warrior two. So your back heel stays down, your front knee stays exactly the same. You open your legs, so squeeze the glutes, the butt muscles. Reach to the front and the back. Warrior two. Flip the palm of your front hand and reach it up, 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 and over to the back. For your reverse warrior, your head can be on your leg or maybe wrapped around your lower back. Inhale back to warrior two. All the way to the mat. Do your vinyasa. So you step back, lower down to the ground or to chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Big step to the front. Rise up. Hands behind the head, twist open, open the arms. And then both hands go to the inside of the leg, walk the foot out a little bit to the side. And then you start bringing the chest closer to the mat. The knee can fall out, maybe you want to lower the back knee. Maybe you come on your elbows, maybe even more, wherever you are. Feeling a nice stretch on the left side, the left hip. And then again, if you want to try the flying lizard variation, feel free. So you try to scoop your left shoulder underneath the knee, and then try to find your balance and lift off. Flying lizard. And slowly come back, replace your leg to where it was, and rise up to your crescent. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. So the back heel down, the foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. The knee and the toes are pointing straight to the front, and the arms go to the front and the back. And always keep that navel slightly in, what I talked about in the beginning. The shoulders are soft, and you want to see your big toe. If you cannot see your big toe, then your knee is falling in too much, and you want to bring it a little bit more out. Flip the palm of the hand, reach up, reverse your warrior. Watch your knee here. And your next inhale, warrior two. To the mat, do your vinyasa. Look in between the hands, step or maybe hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, let's continue. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump to your plank. And do your vinyasa. You're lifting the right leg. Big step to the front. And come up in your warrior two. Just going to do it like this. And from here, you flip the front palm and you reverse your warrior. And slowly come back to the middle. And then start kind of bouncing your front leg a little bit further, just to stretch the hips up slightly. Bouncing the front knee a little bit. Okay. Placing your elbow on your knee, making a long diagonal line with the left side of your body, side angle pose. So keep pressing the feet down and you're still lifting up the chest. It's not that your whole body weight is here on your elbow. And if you know this pose and you have some more space in the hips, you can maybe reach down with the fingertips or maybe grab a block, placing your hand on there. You kind of want to open your chest here. So either you stay here for another few breaths, or you can find a half bind. So with your left hand all the way across your lower back, or you can find a full bind, reaching both hands to the back and interlacing. And really open the shoulders here. Okay, slowly release and return to your warrior two. And sweep the hands down. Do your vinyasa. Step back to plank, lower down. Inhale for your up downward cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then again, lifting the right leg, same leg. And big step to the front, but now you scoot your leg over and place it down on the left side of your body. So you're going underneath, placing it down on the left side. Your back heel spins down and your left arm reaches up. Your fallen star. If this is too heavy on your hands, you can always come on your elbow. And slowly try to make a smooth transition back to three-legged down dog. And then you place your body weight on your hands so we're in a high plank with the right leg lifted. And slowly go in chaturanga all the way down to the ground. Okay, let's work on those back muscles. So what you do is your hands, you make a little pillow for your head. You first work the legs, then the arm, and then the upper body, and then we do both together. So you're really reaching back with your right toes, and you're lifting up the right leg. Place it down. Reach back with the left toes, really reach it back and lift it up. Slowly back. Now both together, so really reach it back and then lift it up, squeezing the glutes, slowly down. Okay, let's extend the arms forward, about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. And you reach the hands forward and lift up your chest and your arms. Feel the back muscles working. Squeeze the shoulder blades and slowly down. And now for the full Superman. Yes, we're going to fly. Inhale, lift everything off. Keep lifting, 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 and elongating your hands forward and your feet backwards. One more breath. Okay, slowly lower down and take a breather. Okay, and place your hands underneath your shoulders. Go to downward facing dog. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale for an up downward cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting up the left leg, big step. And coming up in your warrior two. So remember the placement of your leg, remember your knee, navel's lifting, shoulders are down. And again, we're sort of bouncing a little bit to the front here. Just stretching up the hip a little bit more. Okay, flip the front palm up, reverse your warrior. And back to warrior two. Placing the elbow on the knee, making a long diagonal line, your right side. You're really opening the chest here. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper in the hips. And if you have the space, you can maybe reach down with your fingertips. Or maybe on the block, or anything else. And then you either stay here or you find your bind, maybe a half bind, maybe just your right hand on your back, maybe a full bind. Maybe you need a strap to help yourself. And when you're in this bind, open your shoulder, really sink in your hips. And slowly release, come back to your warrior two. And windmill your hands all the way down, step to your plank and your vinyasa. And again, lifting the left leg, bring your knee in and over to the right. Place your foot on the right side of your body. The back heel spins down and you're lifting your right arm up, fallen star. So again, if this is too heavy, cover your elbow. And then slowly make your way back to a three-legged dog. Come to a high plank with your left leg lifted. And then we lower down to chaturanga, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, let's go for a Superman again. So you can either do Superman again with your arms forward, or you can do another variation, maybe a bow pose. I like to do this one. It's the hands interlaced in the back, lifting the shoulders up, shoulder blades together and down. And then on your heel, lift everything up. Really pull the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and lower down. Okay. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, downward facing dog. Step forward, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, time for a bit of balancing. So let's start with the left leg in the mat and lifting the right knee. So you really place your foot firmly in the mat, spreading your toes, and then lifting the right knee. So make sure again that you have a good posture. So as always, navel slightly in, elongate the spine, tailbone down, crown up, finding your balance, finding a focus point somewhere in front of you that's not moving. Once you've found your balance, really lift the knee up as high as you can, using the hip flexors and the leg muscles. And then 3 times we're going to extend the legs. So extend your leg and bend. Try to keep it as high as you can. Extend and bend, extend and bend. Okay, very good. Now open the knee out to the side and your hips are still facing to the front, so you're really squeezing your glutes. Again, lift the knee as high as you can. Extend, bend, extend and bend. Squeeze the glutes, extend and bend. Whew. Okay, back to the middle. Maybe shake it up. Let's do the other side. So this time the right foot is going into the mat. Spread the toes. And you have more surface area, more area to balance on. Lifting the left knee. Navel in, nice posture, shoulders soft. Okay, lifting the knee as high as you can once you find your balance. Lift, lift, lift. And then extend and bend. Trying to keep it lifted as high as you can. Last one. Okay, and open it out to the side. Make sure that you're really facing your hips still to the front. It's really just the leg moving out. External rotation. Lift it up, squeezing the butt muscles, and extend 3 times. And last one. Slowly back. You're shaking it out. Okay. Place your feet kind of hip width distance. And then you come high into your tippy toes. Now you can either stay here if it's kind of difficult to balance, or maybe bring your arms up as well. And really stay as high as you can. And this is such a good exercise to stabilize your ankles. Now you can either stay here, or you can do another fun thing with me. Whatever you want. Try to bend your knees. staying on your tippy toes. And bend, 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 come all the way down. All the way down. And then lift up again. And hold it here for one more moment. So if you thought this was very easy, close your eyes for a minute or moment. Whew, that's a bit harder, huh? So there's always an extra exercise you can do to make things more challenging if you need to. Slowly down. And you place your feet a little bit wider apart, your toes are pointing out, and you come into this squat, this low squat, the malasana again. Elbows on the inside of the knee, pressing the palms together, pressing the feet down, lifting the arches of the feet, and making a tall spine. So really press your feet down. So I don't want to see a sloppy malasana like this. Really straight back, pressing the feet down. Okay. Now from here, place one hand on the ground, on the mat, and lift the other arm up, open in a twist. And again, there's another option. If you want to go deeper, you can find a bind again around the knee and around the back. And slowly to the middle. Let's do the other side. So first placing the hand down and reaching the other arm up. Opening chest. And then if you want, you can find your bind. And slowly release. And come sit down. Find your way to your boat pose again. Okay, tall spine, navel in. Now you can either stay here or you can extend your legs. It makes it harder. Try to keep a straight spine. And a full boat pose, or the most intense one, is also with your arms up. Woo. There you go. I cannot really do this, so I'm just going to stay here. Okay, place your legs down. Open your legs wide. As wide as you can. And kind of scoop the flesh away underneath your sitting bones. And fold forward as far as you can. Again, I like to slightly bounce, just very carefully. Then walk your fingers all the way over to the left and grab wherever you can grab it. Okay, and all the way over to the right. And back to the middle. Now, we're going to do the boat pose again, but this time, with your index finger and your middle finger, try to grab your big toe. And doing that, come to your boat pose, lift up, try to open the legs. Try to balance here. It's a bit of a playful pose. Try to open and stay with a straight spine. And if you fall out like this, just roll up again. It's kind of fun. So whenever you fall out, try to roll up and repeat. Open the legs wide. Try to keep a straight back. Okay, and release. Good. Now, let's go to our peak pose. So this whole class we've been kind of warming up and strengthening muscles to go to this peak pose. And there's a couple different variations you can do. I'll show you two. So let's go for the L-sit. I like to use my blocks because I have these short arms compared to my torso. I cannot really reach the ground without bending forward. So I'm going to use my blocks. It will make it a lot easier for you as well. So place your blocks next to your hips, but not all the way back, a little bit more forward. And press in your blocks and lift your hips up. So you're really pressing down, kind of rounding the back, lifting the hips up. Okay, and back down again. Now let's do that again. Rounding the back, maybe slightly swinging the hips a little bit further back. Lift your right leg as well, and down, and then lift your left leg, and down. Whew. And hips down again. I know this is quite hard, so if this is too hard, just try lifting the hips. If you want to kind of try to go a little bit further, come again with me. So this time you're lifting the hips. You're really squeezing the abs in and rounding your back. So if you can lift both your legs. Whoop. Maybe just for a second. That's already good. So these poses take time and strength to build up strength, and it's just fun to practice. It's a goal that you're working towards. Now, if this was very hard on your legs, maybe you can try to lift yourself up in a cross-leg position or in lotus. So you can come either cross-leg or lotus. And again, placing the blocks next to you. Maybe you don't even need the blocks, but grab the blocks if you need to. Lifting the hips. And again, maybe lifting the feet as well. Whee! You're floating. It's pretty fun, is that right? Okay, let's try it again. So I cannot go into full lotus, but if you can, be my guest. If you don't need the blocks, place them away. Woo. No, that's hard. Let's try it like this. Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty tired. Hope you are too. Let's take a little break. Let's do some stretches before we end the class. Come to your down dog. Oh, the last down dog. All right, lifting the right leg and placing the knee in front of the right wrist and the ankles in line with the left wrist. The back leg goes down. And sit up here in your pigeon pose, feeling a stretch on the side of your right thigh. And slowly walk your hands forward. Maybe coming here on your elbows, maybe even lower. And you want to feel stretch here on the butt muscles, the glutes and the side of your thigh. If you're feeling pain, or if this is not your variation, you can always come to a figure 4, where you place your right leg on top of the left knee, and just grab the leg and the left leg. So your option, 2 options here. And really breathe deeply. Kind of bring that calmness back into your body. We worked hard. Time for some juicy stretches. Okay, and slowly come up again and change legs. So maybe shake it out. And then we go to the left side. So place your left knee down, your right leg all the way back. First sit up tall. And then slowly move forward just as much as good for you. You can again take that figure 4 if this is not your pose, if you're feeling somewhere pain in your knee. And breathe, deep breathing. Okay, slowly get out of the pose and come all the way on your belly. And grab your right foot. And let's go for a stretch in the front of the right thigh. So you can just place your head down, maybe making a little pillow with your hand. If you want to grab it with both hands, that's fine too. I want to feel a stretch in the front of the right thigh. And again, deep breathing, especially towards the place where you feel the stretch. And then relax. Okay, slowly release the right leg and let's go to the left. So you grab your left ankle with your left hand and place your head down. Okay, and slowly release. And roll over to your back. before we finish, we just do some laying twists. So first bring your knees in closer to your chest, and maybe you want to make some small circles, rolling them from side to side, massaging the lower back. And then you spread your arms wide to the side, or if you have a small space like me, maybe in a cactus shape, bend in your arm and then let the legs drop over to the side and come into your laying twist, any variation that you like. Maybe the knees on top of each other, maybe one knee crossed over the other. And maybe close your eyes as well. And feel your body becoming heavy. If there's any tension left somewhere in your shoulders or your hips, or maybe your face, try to release that. And deep breaths in and out. And slowly bring your knees back to the middle, and when you're ready, drop them over to the other side. And you really want to lay here comfortably. So if you need to support your knees with a block or a blanket, or maybe a block in between your knees, go ahead. You really want to relax in this pose. So grab all the props that you need. Okay, slowly bring your knees back to the middle. And you have a moment to do any movement that you're still like to make. Maybe, again, massaging the lower back, or maybe taking a happy baby. Maybe you still feel the need to do an inversion. You have a minute or so to just do anything that your body still wants to do. I'll time it. So just move along as you wish. And about 30 more seconds. Doing any pose that you still like to do, any movement. Okay, and then start preparing yourself for Savasana. Maybe you want to grab an extra sweater or put some socks on or anything else, and come lay on your back. And let your feet fall out to the side comfortably. And your arms are next to your body with the palm facing up. You can take your space for your arm. Another, if you like, you can also place your hands in your belly. Closing the eyes. And feeling the body resting on the mat, on the floor. And especially feel all the parts of your body that are in touch with the floor. So the back of your heels and the calves and the thighs and hips, and your back, the arms and back of the hands maybe. And feel the back of the head resting on the mat. And feel your breath. And this is a time to reflect on the state of our body and the state of our mind that we observed at the beginning. Has anything changed? And then if you didn't have your hands on your belly, place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And really feel the rising and falling of your breath. And feel the warmth of your hands. And feel your heartbeat. And send yourself a little bit of love, a little bit of gratitude through your hands for being able to practice yoga and having this able body. Okay, and take a really deep breath in. Fill everything with air and exhale through your mouth. Bring some more movement back into your body. Maybe wiggling the feet, the toes, the fingers. And you can stretch your arms out overhead if that feels good. Maybe bring the knees in. And when you're ready, roll to your side. And slowly press up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed for another moment. Sit up tall, shoulders low. And your hands in front of your heart. Thank you for practicing with me. And namaste.